Hi gang, how are you? Welcome back from your holiday break. I hope you had a great time. I'm sitting here in my studio. Some of you already know that I'm a costumer by night. I moonlight as a costumer. Beside me I have Peter sitting here. We're doing Peter Pan this year at Plymouth State University in January. So in addition to teaching this class, that's how I'll be spending my next few weeks, is making costumes. A very fun mental health break for me. Anyway, this is going to be a little bit longer video lecture than I would typically record for a couple reasons. First of all, I want to explain the assignment for this week, and then I really want to dig in a little bit more on your social media marketing plan. So I try to keep these videos short. This one may be a little long-winded. I apologize. You need a break, take it. Try not to fade out on me here. Hang in there. I think you'll get some useful information out of it in terms of my expectations. So this week on the weekly activity grid and your mini assignment that's due to me is a bibliography of information about social media marketing. And when I thought about how to organize this class, the sequencing or the timing was something I really tried to put a lot of thought into. We may figure out it needs to get mixed up a little bit. But in a couple weeks you have due to me a paper, a written assignment, where I'm going to be expecting you to present in one-page single-spaced essays a richer view of certain social media related concepts, tactics, ideas. And my goal there was to make sure that this course had a real academically rigorous component to it, where we didn't just look at social media marketing in a superficial, solely tactical way. We really tried to dig in and understand not just that Facebook is being used, but really try to understand more about the research that's shown how Facebook is being used, or the real research behind e-commerce transactions and how consumers think and behave differently from a consumer behavior perspective with an e-commerce situation. There's a whole field of research out there just on things like shopping cart abandonment. When people put things in a shopping cart and then decide to leave without completing a transaction. So that paper that's coming up in a few weeks that's going to be due to me is going to be an exercise that's going to require you to more rigorously explore some of these concepts in social media marketing. So before your social media marketing plan is due, I thought it might be good to start to get you doing that level of research for two reasons. I think it can help support you in your development of your social media marketing plan, and then it'll start to lay the foundation for that paper. In other words, it didn't make sense for me to have you hand in your social media marketing plan and then go do research that might be helpful in thinking through aspects of your social media marketing plan. So I'm sequencing at least an initial component of the research now. Oh, Happy, I can't believe you just did that. She just chewed Peter's shoes. This is the problem when you have a puppy who requires tremendous attention. All right, you may not chew Peter's shoes. I'm recording my video. Could you play with your pink flamingo, please? Thank you. That's a good girl. All righty. You be a good girl. Yeah, we have to go back to work. Okay, so crisis averted. No permanent damage to Peter's shoes. So you're going to be doing some of that research right now for me. And for you to prepare your plan. So then you're going to start really working on your plan. And your plan is due to me next week. So the next piece of this video, I wanted to spend a little time talking in greater detail about my expectations for the plan. I want you to think about this plan as if you're creating a document that you're going to submit to a potential client who's going to hire you $10,000, $12,000, $15,000. They're going to pay you to implement a social media marketing plan for their business. So I am looking for a document that is reflective of that level of professionalism and commercial viability. I really want you to think about the quality of this presentation, this written document they're handing me, as if you are sending it to a client who is going to consider hiring you to do this work for them. You don't actually have to put a price to your work, although you could if you wanted to have some fun with it. But the components need to be expanded upon, rich enough that they are reflective of a really high level of quality professional work. It also means you can have some fun creatively in terms of thinking about how you want to organize and present your document. I'm not giving you a template for that per se. In other words, I'm not saying this has to be the title page, this is on page 2, this is on page 3. I am going to tell you what essential components I'm looking for in your plan. It's up to you to decide how to organize them, ensure that all of those components are integrated and adequately presented. So, first thing I'm looking for in your plan, and I've got this loaded up out here on Moodle, I'm just going to go through my document and do a verbal download, is a statement of measurable outcomes. And these are the criteria that you're going to use, or your client would use, to determine whether or not you had achieved the objectives of your plan. Whether your plan, once implemented, your campaign once implemented, was a success or a failure. The plan should have, I have a dog that's out of control, this is not helpful. No! I'm going to have to stop the video, get the dog a treat, and then I'll be back. Excuse me.